This is an ECE 120 assessment supplement overview video. We will review each of the assessments for our ECE 120 Contemporary Issues in Early Childhood. This course is divided into several components. The first you can see at the top are the exams. These are summative assessments accounting for 20% of your grade. There will be 3 exams for this course. Each are formatted in 5 short essay question formatting. The first exam is worth 6%, and exam 2, and the final exam 7% again, for a total of 20%. Exam materials will come from your textbook, supplemental articles, videos. Those are a part of your read, watch submodules in instructional modules 1 through 7. Then we also will have class discussions, and observations will be the round out the materials that will support the exams. Moving down to summative assessments and specifically written, and this includes presentations. So your presentation of a contemporary issue in total is 20% of your grade. Students will research and develop an oral presentation specific to a contemporary issues topic related to our course objectives. If you have not already done so, please take time to read the course syllabi so that you have a clear understanding of the course objectives. This is a 3-tiered assessment. The first tier will be choosing a topic and then identifying a professional journal review. This is 5% of your grade. The purpose of a tiered assignment is so that you're submitting components of the assessment throughout the semester and receiving feedback from your instructor. That feedback supports the next tier. In this case, tier 2 is your presentation outline, including the resources that you have identified to support your research, and ultimately the final tier 3, your final presentation. So again, tier 1, 5%, tier 2, another 5%, each time receiving feedback from your instructor, and then that will culminate with your final presentation, which will be an auditory presentation, and that tier 3 is worth 10%. In addition to that professional journal review specific to your contemporary issues topic, students will also research a professional journal related to the course focus on ethics in education. In this case, 3 different professional journal articles will be provided for you to choose one to complete this professional journal article review. Another tiered assignment, which is also a team project, is your historical timeline. In this case, you will examine the historical perspective of early childhood education, and you'll be working with a team member. Again, it's a 2-tiered assignment. The initial submission will be your outline, the choice of your presentation tool, and then several components of your timeline and resources. You will receive feedback from your instructor, and then you and your teammate will work together to make any revisions, additions for your final presentation of this project. The historical timeline team project is 20% of your grade. Moving down to another summative assessment component, which is your observations. Observation and reflection summary accounts for 10% of your grade. You're going to complete virtual observations for infant through school age classrooms and complete a reflective summary specific to the NAEYC program standards. NAEYC is an acronym for the National Association for the Education of Young Children. This is a strong component of your textbook, and the standards are also posted in the Getting Started module for your review. Students will submit 2 observation reflections. The first will be for program standards 1 through 4, and the second will be for program standards 5 through 10. Again, you'll receive feedback after your first submission so that you are aware of any improvements moving forward into that final submission. Formative assessments account for 25% of your grade, and a big part of this is your discussion boards. These are collaborative discussions that will be related to course materials and the NAYC professional preparation standards. So just going back up for a moment, your observations are program standards. Those are the ones that are implemented program-wide at our child development centers and early learning centers, whereas the discussion boards are focusing on your professional preparation standards. Those standards are the ones that colleges and teacher programs are held accountable to. So there are 2 dates for discussion boards, and this is reinforced on our course calendar as well. The discussion board assessment supplements will further detail the requirements for this. The first due date will require that you post an initial post and a response to one classmate, and the second due date is a second response to classmates. You will have 8 individual discussion boards, 6 specific to the NAYC professional preparation standards. 1 is an introduction, and the other is focusing on diversity. The final 3 assessments in this formal assessments category include your theorist flyer. This is where you're creating a flyer to introduce a workshop that you would want your coworkers, your fellow educators, as well as families to attend. And it will highlight a specific developmental theory or theorists for early childhood education. And the final 2 are about your professional growth and development. So the first one is your professional ECE reflection. This one has you reflecting on your own experiences compared to today's learning environment. It will have a specific focus on teacher-centered and student-centered curriculum interactions and environments. And again, those topics are supported from your reading and viewing required of this course. And finally, at the conclusion of our course, you will assess your strengths and growth areas relating to becoming a professional in early education. You'll also develop a professional development action steps and resources to support those steps moving forward. So all in all, we have reviewed all of your assessments for our ECE 120 course. Each of these assessments, with the exception of the exams, will have a very detailed assessment supplement directions so that you can review that specifically and have the support and the guidance needed. In addition to the assessment supplements, remember that your course instructor is available via email, phone, or we can arrange a meeting. We hope that this is helpful information as you begin the semester in our ECE 120 Contemporary Issues course.